Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I know I didn't say I was going to go live today, but that's what it's like when you're a squirrel. Here's the thing. I'm going to be in here anyways. I might as well turn on the camera and hang out with you guys. So I've got a lot to do. Today, my to-do list is exceptionally long. So I am going to take y'all through things that I was going to work on, and we're going to do all kinds of random stuff. And I hope you enjoy. So, oh my goodness, mindless crafting was live at midnight last night. I am just now seeing them pop up. I think Christina Warner was on Craft Roulette. What a night for crafting. We have family necessities now that take place on Friday nights, and so I miss Craft Roulette every week. But it's a season of my life. It doesn't last forever. Okay. So, let's get started. I have my journal. This is my journal that I take notes for videos and ideas and different things. So I need to write down a to-do list for my business, and I was going to put it in my journal. So that's one thing I need to do. I have fallen down a rabbit hole, and guess what? I'm taking you with me. So if you want, I mean, you don't have to, but we could do it together. It's my friend Letty over at Party Planner Papery. These are her digitals that I got from her Etsy shop, and we're gonna set up some savings envelopes. And I went down the rabbit hole, and that's one reason why I couldn't sleep last night. I found other people who were doing it, and I'm going to kind of do my own thing because that's how I do. I have a new trimmer to try. Yes, the trimmer dilemma continues, although I'm excited about this one. It has definite potential. Desiree recommended this one to me, and I bought it on Amazon instead of Spellbinders in case I don't like. But one thing that I will give them credit for is they tried to connect the ruler. There's only this tiniest little gap right here. But what they did is, see how they imprinted to like 16 centimeters. This is a hairy area for a 5x7 card maker. This is an area I need to be complete because I make 5x7 cards. But I think I can work with it because I think this area right there, I think that's 6 1/4. So I think it has potential. This thing swings out all the way to 17 inches. I don't know if I needed that, but some crafters probably do. I could have cut it off right there and been happy at 12, but I'm sure they were thinking of someone besides me when they decided to go all the way to 17 inches. I don't know. It has scoring capabilities. So that was one of my things, is that I have to have the ability to score. Okay, we're also going to do one more thing. I need to cut up paper for a sheet load. So I am going to be live today on Call Me Crafty Owl's YouTube channel for a sheet load of cards, and I need to cut my paper. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to cut up a sheet load together, and we're going to cut up these digitals, and I'm going to set up a savings challenge for my family. So we're 8 weeks away from our vacation, and we need to save. So I thought it would be really fun to do one of these challenges like with my whole family. And honestly, I just need to get my mind back in the savings mode. So I think this is going to be a fun way to do it. I save, but when I get paid, I move money over. But this will be fun. This will be fun. So I got 2 kits last night. Now I placed an order with her too, and for some physical items. if you don't have a printer, you could still do these. She sells them printed. But I thought these animals were just so cute. Now, I printed most of them on kind of a plain paper. It's not it's not like a base level copy paper. It's slightly better than that. But then I printed one on photo paper so you could see. If this looks a little dull, it's not Letty's printable, it's my paper. This is what her paper really looks like. So I did that for this one, and I did it for this one because I didn't want y'all to look at my printables and think, wow, those are kind of dull. They're not. It's paper. And this one's muted because it's fall. So let me say hi to everyone in the chat. And then I want to know, do y'all budget and save? This is not budgeting. Okay, this is just a savings challenge. So if you're scared by the big B word, don't worry. We won't discuss that around here too much. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Clint. Hi, Deidre. I just boxed up your stuff, Deidre. And I was like, should I drop it off on her porch or should I put it in the mail? I bought a shipping label. I don't know if I'll be able to get away today. Hey, Norma and Sonia and Amy. Hi. Sonia and Norma. I don't know if y'all were up at midnight with mindless crafting, but I hope you've gotten some sleep. Hi, Linda. Hi, Jackie. Two Jackies. Hi. Well, good to see you all. So, yeah, just real quick, we don't have to cut all these up together, but I wanted to give you some ideas. I don't have an A5 binder, which is what I think these are sized for, is like an A5 binder with plastic sheets, but I don't have that. So we're going to have to get crafty, but that's what we do here anyways. And we're going to have to turn these into something fun. So I'm going to build. You've rested. I'm so glad, Sonia. I'm going to build a savings envelope, like accordion envelope thing. So we're going to build that too. So we better get to cracking. All right. So now let me walk y'all through this in case this is new to you, because it was new to me and I'm hooked. So basically, this is what I love. Okay. First of all, if I send y'all down the rabbit hole, this is what I want you to know. There's this whole community here on YouTube that does these savings challenges, and I can cut and talk at the same time. And they all come, and so all these different people come up with different games and fun ways for you to have fun saving money. And there are some, these are pretty high, honestly, these numbers. Like this card will save you 60, this one will save you 80, but we only have 8 weeks until our vacation. So yeah. Now, you can get some that just are $1, you know? And so what this community, this is what I love about this community. And I'm just getting started, you know, following some of them and watching what they're doing. But they basically have created a game of saving money. So they roll dice and they color in cards, and then they all send each other happy mail, like, oh, they promote each other. They're very generous and kind, and they're fun, and they just remind me a lot of our crafting community, to be honest. I see why Letty is drawn to that, and Letty has always been, like, I've shopped with Letty many times. I'll come out of the store and I've bought more than I needed and all of that stuff, and she comes out with 3 things. Like, she's always been frugal. And I love that about her, but she's very generous and sweet and kind and wonderful. Anyways, I know why she has connected with this community, and I get it. Because I see how this community treats each other, and I just think it's really fun. So basically, one of their videos, basically they have these savings challenges, and they build binders for them, and they keep dice, and everyone sets it up their own way, does their own thing. I mean, it is just so fun. And then once you know you complete like these savings challenges, then you can start other ones. And Letty sells them, and others do too, printed with like scratch off, like this one. She'll print it, laminate it, and then add scratch off things to it. And so you don't know your numbers, and you just go in and scratch it off. So fun. So this is a printable that I purchased from her. And I keep saying Letty, and for those that don't know, that's Party Planner Papery here on YouTube. She's a card maker, a fabulous, awesome card maker. And she has just started, because I think she's always budgeted. She's always been a saver, and she found this community and is diving in, and I love that she is. So when I get past saving for my vacation, I need to save to pay off credit cards. So I just think this will be a fun way to do that. Now, my plan is well, I'm gonna have a card for each credit card, right? Eventually. Right now it's all vacation, but eventually I'm gonna have one for, you know, I'll have a folder for each credit card, and then I'll put a different savings challenge in. And when I complete a savings challenge, that'll be an extra payment towards my credit card. So it's something to go on top. So for this one saves 45, this one saves 70, you know, and like it's just, this one saves 80. It'll be a fun way for me to 60. Save in little increments. Like sometimes I just need to save $4. Sometimes I need to save $1, you know, and it'll be a fun way to save a little extra for, but you could do, like at our church, the Christmas Eve offering is always supposed to be something separate from what you tithe, you know, it's just supposed to be something extra and something special. Like our church, we always do, like a special cause. So we a lot of times build libraries. We have, if you ever want to check it out, it's just a really cool thing. One of our church members was a librarian in the public school system for years, and she found out one, I don't know, she was reading, or she, you know, somehow she found out that the children and in like Rwanda and a couple of other countries in Africa, there was literally, when she started this organization, there were 200 books for children across the whole country. And she was like, oh my gosh, you know, we have thousands of books in this one library, you know, and she started collecting books. And she had this calling put on her life that she was going to deliver books for children in Africa. And so for the last like 10 years now, she has been organizing, building libraries, and now she's expanded to a couple of countries. And now there's literally, in the two countries that she's been working in, there is like three books per child in the country versus the 200 that they have for the whole country before. So now our church has built like, I don't know, like 10 libraries, 10 churches, and now they've built one school for pastors, because it's like you can build churches, you can build libraries, but you have to have the staff to run them. And so now they're building education centers for pastors. That was what, you know, was needed next. And anyways, how I even went down the Libraries of Love path. Oh, so I do want a Christmas one to save for our Christmas offering, because it's always a cause that I can get behind. And so you can save for anything you want. You could save for back to school. You could save for, you know, whatever you want. Christmas gifts for your family, crafting supplies. You know, that's the fun thing with these little challenges, is you can save the money for anything that you want. So we're doing these for our vacation. I just thought they were fun and bright and cheerful. I got fall because I just couldn't help myself. And what I liked about, okay, so these are all kind of like, let me walk you through this. I know I'm taking y'all down a rabbit hole. Just come on. It'll be all right. We'll be okay. All right. These are all designed like scratch offs. So these are designed, you can laminate it or not. And you could put a scratch off sticker on it, but you don't have to, because like that's another thing you have to buy, right? So what you can do is just come in and color it with a marker, put a sticker on it, you know, for the ones you've done. So these are like kind of a scratch off version of a savings challenge. This is like a scratch off version, but there's also, and so is this, or scratch off or color in. This is like a color in one. So on these, you can decide like how much. So this one doesn't have a set number, right? So this one's kind of fun because you could do a little scratch off and then you could do just coloring it, but you get to decide. So if you want to make your icons $1, you can make them $1. If you want to make them 2, 3, however much you want. And so some have set amounts, but not all. This is one where you can decide how much each apple is worth, and then you can color in that many apples. Here's one with dominoes, which is pretty fun. Save one or both sides of each domino. And I should have brought a dice in here, and I could show y'all a little bit. But yeah, they come up with all these fun and quirky games with these savings challenges. And here's the thing, even if you're not saving a ton or you don't have a lot to save, I think for me, the reason I decided to just dive in is because I need the saving mindset. And so I think this will help me get that mindset. You know, just the practice of doing a little will help me get the mindset. Okay. I like this trimmer so far. I haven't needed to measure anything yet. That is my only, one of my only hesitations with it is that the measuring bar is right here. I'm used to looking up here and measuring, not having to move my paper back and forth to find 4 1/4 or 4 3/8, or, you know, it's like, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it's, you know, I think it's well made. I can find the blades. I can even find the blades on Amazon, which is pretty cool. Vitally important that I can find blades. Okay, so I have all of these. So I was going to show you. So the ones that I printed on thicker paper, I really don't need to back these. I could just leave these as is. The ones I printed on thinner paper, I may need to back them, but not really. I mean, I'm just going to color them in. They don't have to be on real thick paper, which is why I just printed them on copy weight paper. So I have all these challenges that I can work with. I need to build an envelope to save the money. So this is where we can build a really quick envelope together, like an accordion envelope. So let's do that. I think I'll use, let's see. I'm thinking. I think I'll use business size envelopes. And for whatever reason, I want six. I want six envelopes in my savings. And I think I'll just tuck this in. It'll make it a little stronger for getting things in and out. Reinforce the back side there. All right, so we're gonna get crafty. I will leave Letty's channel down below, and y'all can go down the rabbit hole if you want. This isn't something I'm gonna like do a ton of on my channel, but I thought sometimes, you know, once every 2 weeks, once a week, we could come in, I'll roll some dice, I'll throw some money in a folder, and we'll move on with our lives. But I feel like, you know, somebody might connect with this. And let me tell you, when I set up the name Bitty Penny, it was a family thing, right? So like Bitty is little Bitty was my childhood nickname for my mom. Penny is my maiden name. And my father was real sick at the time, and it just kind of came to me that I wanted the name Bitty Penny. And I had really just kind of discovered YouTube because I Googled card making and I found down that rabbit hole. But my husband and I had been on a journey of like the Dave Ramsey paying off your debt journey. And I was thinking, well, Bitty Penny could also be like a good budgeting channel. So it was like, am I going to start a budgeting channel or a card making channel? I don't know. And you know which one won that battle. But I really fell off when I dove into card making. I really fell off of Dave Ramsey, and he would be mortified by my decisions. So I felt like when I joined Letty and her journey back to budgeting, I felt like, well, I'm kind of coming back to that place, and it's a really good place for me to be in. So I'm going to do it, but it's not, don't worry, I'm not turning into a budgeting channel. I can't tell y'all what to do with your money. I'm not that person, but I can save money and maybe encourage y'all to save a little. This is going to be a Maggie Holmes moment. Okay, so I'm going to grab this 12 by 12 paper and make myself a place to store my cash. Now, Letty uses, ooh, that's pretty. Let's do that one. She uses, this is from Market Square, fake money because she does it digitally, and I think I'll probably do the same thing for her envelope stuffing, just because my savings accounts, like I don't want to have to go to the bank for singles all the time. So I may end up doing that as well. It's just a fun way to save. That's all. Okay. Now, I hope y'all aren't like, what the heck? Who's Dave Ramsey? Dave Ramsey. Now, he's a little rough. He's like when your grandpa tries to set you down and tell you a bunch of truths. He's pretty hardcore, but he has, and basically he budgets the way our grandmas have budgeted. He's kind of got nothing new, but he does. And you can look him up here on YouTube. He has a channel, Dave Ramsey. And, but I actually really like some others. He can be a little hardcore for me, to be honest. But I do love the principles that he teaches. And, you know, I do think there's a lot of truth in it. So he is basically a budgeting and finance kind of guru, but he does it like a grandma. He doesn't do it with like real technical terms or anything. That's the best way I can describe him. Okay, so we've made this little pockets, right? So inside, I didn't do any measuring. Y'all notice that? I mean, I just made sure that my envelopes would fit from side to side. I have a 12 by 10 inch, kind of, a little less than 10 inches. I don't know. Yeah, a little less, or right at 10 inches. So 10 by 12. And then I put my envelopes here. And I gave myself a little space here at the top. And then I basically just rolled it over. And then I folded this part to have a flap. So we're gonna make this little accordion cash folder. Cash money, it looks like cash money. It's the right color. All right. So I'm gonna put that away. I don't even think I need that again. Well, until I think I might back this paper because I don't really want to look at the white. I'd rather look at more color. Let me grab another sheet. Ooh, that yellow with polka dots would be fun. Where is that at? Oh, I love Maggie Holmes. I know my friend Jessie doesn't, but people, she's kind of divisive. Like, you either love her or you don't. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me tell you that yesterday and I think the day before, I don't think they both happened yesterday, but some very exciting things have come to fruition for bittypenny.com. I'm going to have a collaboration, a design collaboration for my paper pads in 2025 that quite literally gave me chills. I'm so excited. Like beyond excited. I cannot wait. And I'm honored, and we're going to have some fun, y'all, with our paper. That's all I can say. Some good things happening. So, all right, I'm going to back mine. And I'm going to back it all the way because really I'll be using these quite a bit. So I might as well make it extra sturdy. I didn't quite cut it right because I didn't measure the first time. It's all good. I'm just going to trim this off. You made it, Kat. Hey, we're making an envelope for cash savings challenges. I'm saving for my trip to Florida. Kat lives like 10 minutes from where we're going to be. So I'm saving to get to your neighborhood, Kat, to your neck of the woods. I have been saving, and it's going to take a lot more than these little challenges to get us there. But these are just a fun way for me to also teach my kids to save and make it fun. Because I think anytime you talk about saving money or budgeting, it just doesn't sound like fun. You know? And so that's what I love about this. It's just a fun way to adult. And I am excited about sharing this with my family. So what I'm going to do is, as my budget allows, I'm going to pull, you know, $40 out, hopefully once a week until we go. And we're going to play these savings challenges together after dinner, like one night a week, and save money as a family. And then I think that'll be really cool for the kids, even if I just end up letting it be their spending money on the trip and give it to them, is kind of what I'm thinking. Like, surprise them with it and be like, this is your spending money for our trip. And they'll know that they were actively a part of saving that money, you know? I'm excited about it. And look, we get to be crafty too. All right. Letty doesn't know I'm doing this. But I guess it'll be a nice surprise for her. Okay, I don't know where we're staying yet. We were talking about that last night. We're just now starting to plan. And we're thinking, well, we're trying to decide. We're thinking about renting an Airbnb for the week. Because we're going to be in Orlando at Universal Studios. We're going to be in Jupiter for the wedding for a couple of days. We'll be in Jupiter because my husband's the best man. And we haven't seen his friend in quite some time. So we're going to spend a couple of days there. And then, but Jupiter's not that far from Orlando. And I think in order to save money, it kind of makes sense to just rent a place for the week. Well, it's more than a week. We're going to be gone 11 days versus trying to get different rooms and different places. Like, that just feels really complicated to me right now and more than what my brain wants to work out. I should have put some glue. It's going to be wonky, but it's okay. It's mine. I can handle it. I should have put some glue down over that double-sided tape so I could get this more flat. Okay, I'm going to go back to those original. It's not necessarily a score line, especially for this one. You don't necessarily need to score this like with a real sharp edge, because you're going to put these envelopes in here and they're going to need to expand because they're going to be full of cash. And so you don't need a real strong score here. This can be rounded the way this is, and that just makes it a little better. But you'll want a score up here. Okay. Again, it can be rounded as well. And sometimes what I do with these tops is I score like 3 lines. So it's kind of roll top. And that way, again, it expands really well. Okay, so I know these envelopes aren't that pretty, but it really doesn't matter. They're just a storage mechanism. Now, we've made one of these before, but it's been a little while. So we'll do it again. All you want to do is take a piece of tape, put it right here, right in the middle. Turn it. Take a piece of tape. You can't go tape crazy on this portion. You just put one piece of good strong tape or glue right there in the center. Mary! Oh, thanks! Awesome! Thank you, Mary. Sweetie. I'll give that to the kids. They'll get to do that for their savings challenges. I think this will be a lot of fun. My husband and I were budgeting and talking about this trip last night and stuff, and we were talking about these kids in our neighborhood who often have like a cooler, and they like post up outside of their house and sell like cold drinks, especially in the summer. And they did it the last 2 years. I'm gonna put a little more tape on the front and the back just because it does hold everything together, but you don't want to go too far past this middle line. Because Carmen was like, I need to think of ways I can make money to save. And she's like, maybe I can sell drinks like that, like those kids do in our neighborhood. I wonder how much they make. And I was like, I don't know. They must make something because they do it regularly. And there was this girl one time that we were out for a walk. We were walking the dog, and there was this little girl out, and she was selling cupcakes that she had made because she wanted a new iPhone, and her parents told her to bake some cupcakes and see if she could earn half of it, they'd pay for the other half. I was like, yeah, they probably knew she wouldn't be able to do that. But hey, she got out there and sold some cupcakes. I didn't have any cash when I first passed by her, but we came back home and got cash and went and bought some cupcakes from her. Okay, I want to show y'all what I'm doing. So I've glued the first envelope down, right, with that one strip of glue. I've peeled off the tape. I'm going to line this envelope up with the first one because I like it straight. There we go. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Peel off the tape. I'm going to line it up. Oh, I think I know why I wanted 6, maybe. I don't know. It might have just been the Holy Spirit guiding me, or it could be serendipitous or whatever. Hey, Jim. But a dice is 6-sided. I mean, you can get them with more sides, but 6-sided is what I have in my game cabinet. So that's good, because eventually when this is designated not for vacation but for credit cards, I want to be able to roll a dice and just kind of randomize the savings and play these little games. Play these little games to save a little cash. All right. So now all of my envelopes are lined up. And now I'm going to glue them or tape them in here. And we have just made ourselves a savings envelope. Yay! Remember, we've done this before. Isn't it fun? So now I can make little tabs for it. And that's why I gave myself some space up here at the top, because I might want to create like a tab that says 1, 2, 3. Yeah, in fact, I think I know I'll do that. So I can make tabs for each envelope. We'll put a Velcro on it to keep it shut. I'm going to roll that up a little bit, I think even more. See, I want this gap, I want this wide roll top so that I can stuff it with cash. I know it's not an exact science, but it most definitely works. And I just used 6 business envelopes and 2 sheets of 12 by 12 paper and some tape. Isn't that fun? Hey, Desiree. Yeah, an accordion folder for cash. Yummy. Sonia, I want some spaghetti. You know what? I think I have some in my fridge, some leftovers we need to eat. Now that you mention it, I'm one of those people, like I love like Thai or Chinese, you know, like Asian food in the morning. I could eat egg foo young like all the time. I like a substantial breakfast. I am definitely a spaghetti for breakfast kind of girl. Yeah. But I might not have breakfast till 10. Like I can wait to eat it, but when I do, when I'm ready, I like some substance. All right. Dollar Tree Velcro. And then we can like, you know, of course I can fancy it up. I like to just stick these two together before I peel them off, and then I'll know they're gonna line up. Gonna eyeball that. And then stick it over here. Cool. Now, I want to put like trim and stuff on this because it's me. But you don't have to do that. But I'm going to. Oh yeah, I've got trim. We're going to use it. Plus, I didn't do the best job taping those together. So we'll disguise that. I'm just looking for trim, don't mind me. Oh my gosh, I just dropped it all on the floor. You guys, my husband just calls me Calamity Jane now. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. Okay. I don't do any of it intentionally. Okay, I've got some trim from past Dreams Etc. kits. So I thought, well, we can start there. Oh, that's pretty and sweet. I like that. That's got potential. And then I want to see this other piece. I don't know. This one's more plain Jane, but it might be all right. Good morning, Tina. How's it going? Oh, really? Let's see. Yummy. Heck yeah. Oh, I like the two together. I think that's what I'll do. We're just going to keep it simple and move on because I still have to cut my sheet load for today. I'm going to be on with Call Me Crafty Owl and Yvette. And we are going to be making a sheet load live, and I need to cut my paper. So I thought, well, again, I was going to be in here making all of this and doing all this, so I just decided to turn on my camera. Why not? Desiree, are you going live today? I'll be done here pretty soon. Are you going live tomorrow? Are you going live this weekend? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Oh gosh. My poor angel just keeps falling. No fallen angels. Thank you very much. Hey, but I did discover my distress tools. Okay. I just need to do a little housekeeping here real quick. This angel keeps getting knocked off. That's not good. We don't need any of that in here. All right. Get back up on your post. Might have to tape you there. Might have to glue you down. All right. Looks very expensive. Yeah, it was, but it was too easy, right? Not today. Tomorrow I'll be working with some wonderful paper pads you got. Ooh. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's make this happen. After this, we are going to move on to cutting paper for the sheet load. I don't know which paper I'm going to use yet. Maybe y'all can help me pick my paper collection. I want it to be something for kids because this month I'm trying to make a bunch of cards for our public school here in the area, encouragement cards for kids. But I also don't mind making encouragement cards for teachers and staff because, my goodness, they put up with so much. I mean, our school was in lockdown yesterday, and it's just a lot, y'all. I think this is backwards. Oh, good job. That was backwards. Okay, let's not have it backwards. I think it would still be pretty because it's just that pretty, but let's not glue it down backwards. Let's glue it down the right way. Ooh, I like it like that. Okay, I'm gonna glue that down. Now, there's this edge over here that I didn't know that I needed to cut, which is really kind of bugging me, but I'm just gonna distress it or something, or not worry about it, one or the other. Okay. Okay, now this is the back. All right. Here we go. So this is Fabri-Tac. If you're wondering, it's a great glue for fabric, like fabric to paper. Who is it? Paper Post. It's always like fabric to fabric, paper to paper, fabric to paper. I don't know. She has a way of talking about this glue. It's funny. Some people use it for everything. It's a little spendy for me. I just like to use it for fabric. I just keep it reserved for fabric, and I don't love the way it smells. It's an acetate-based glue. I couldn't imagine using it in all of my paper crafting, but hey, you do you. Fabri-Tac. All right. And it gets stringy, but man, it's so good for fabric and paper projects. Okay, I always grab my silicone brush because I don't really like this glue on me, on my hands. And I just kind of mash my lace in with my silicone brush to get it all glued down really well. There it is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add that yellow flower, maybe. Quite possibly. It was just hanging out over there. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna cut off some of the netting around the edges. Nice little focal point. Can't go wrong with yellow if it's your favorite color. Oh, good. Oh, enjoy seeing your mama at the nursing facility. I'm gonna go see my mama today too. I'm gonna try to fit it in. I got a lot going on. I dropped by to see her last night, but I think she was already asleep. It was 7:30 and she had had a long day, so I think she was already asleep. This piece is gonna have to go, no problem. Glad you stopped by, Tina. Oh, it's happening in Hayes too. Hey, Natasha. Yeah. Well, my daughter was real worried about it, and my son's best friend was talking about it and worried about it last weekend, and the kids are really on edge right now. Again, why I'm making cards for them. You know, the kids are on edge. It's in our neck of the woods, they're not feeling safe at school right now. So next up, we're going to pick some paper pads. And today my sheet load again will be dedicated to the children of our public school system. I don't know, I've lost count of how many cards I have, but I actually missed some. If y'all saw my video yesterday, I came up with that sketch based on the Oh So Inspired card. And when I was cleaning up and getting some things ready this morning and working in my craft room, I saw that I had missed some. So we could also put those together real quick. They come together really, really quick. And then if you missed that video, you might want to go back and catch it. I also have a really a sketch for you over on my website, bettypenny.com. If you go to the blog part or the news, you'll see the sketch there. Okay, I have a cash envelope accordion folder now. There's no money in it, but Mary gave me 5. Thanks, Mary. And this is going to go along with these challenge cards. Now, let's see. I don't know if these will fit in here. They really don't have to, but it'd be cool if they did. I could also print them down smaller, but let's just see if these fit. I want the dominoes. Where's the dominoes? I want to play game. I like games, y'all. I've always liked games and puzzles. So let's throw a couple of the domino ones in there. Okay, just grab another random one. Let's see if it even closes. It closes. They fit. Awesome. Serendipitous crafting. It's not, I don't plan these. It just works out. Fun. Okay, we did it. We made a cash envelope system for the challenge cards. Look at us go. Next, moving on. Moving on. Let's just pop all of those in there. And then I still have these fun scratch offs, which I will deal with later. Okay. Alrighty. Now, if y'all aren't doing cash envelope savings, you can still make one of these. You could put recipes in it, pictures. You could junk journal in it. You could just do anything your creative mind comes up with. But you can tell they're really easy to make. All right. Sorry, there was a little bit of stringy glue I was getting off. All right, let's pick some paper pads, shall we? I want 6 by 6, so let me grab some 6 by 6. I'm going to get all this beautiful trim off of my desk. If you want to know what the cash savings challenges and all that stuff I'm talking about, for one, you can go back and watch the beginning of this video. I gave a ton of information about it. Also, go check out Letty's channel, Party Planner Papery. That's where I got these digitals from. And she will hook you up. She's got all the information. All right, let me grab some paper. I'm just grabbing a handful. And we'll see what I came up with. We're going to pick out of a random grab. I have way too much paper. 6 by 6 paper. Let's see what we got. I'm not doing Halloween. They won't hand out Halloween cards. So that's a no. This, honestly, this kind of leprechaun set could work. I wouldn't necessarily use the cut aparts, but like good luck on a test, good luck at your dance competition. I could see them using good luck cards for kids. So we'll say that that's a possibility. Ooh, look at these. I have one sheet. Look at these sneakers. This is a fun paper pad. It's kind of thin. It's really thin. This one hasn't even been opened yet. Good morning, Beth. Hi, Delilah. First time to catch you live. I'm in Florida. Oh, cool. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're catching me live. It's slightly more reasonable time in the morning. Slightly. It's not 5 a.m. Of course, that would be 6 your time. I'm going to be in Florida. Okay, and for Thanksgiving. This is such a cute pad, but I think this is all baby. Oh, which reminds me. See, I really need to write in my to-do list. I need to make 2 baby girl junk journals. Oh, shoot. I think by this week, next week for my mom. These are cool. Let's see. I want some that I can donate to like middle school and high school. I mean, some of those have potential. Let's look at this one. It's got gnomes, Natasha. I don't think that's the one either. This would be a good for layers, so we'll keep that one out. Oh, those 2 are the same. Let's look at this jungle one. Maybe. It's a little on the kiddie side. And not to say I can't donate to the elementary school, because I can, but yeah, I think that's feeling a little kiddie. So far, my grab was kind of a dud. All I got were these 2. Let me go grab another handful. I'll be in Jupiter and Orlando. You know whose paper pads I need for kids? I might have to go out and get them. Not too shabby would be good for this project. Let's see. Playful Palette from Stampin' Up. That one could work. Okay, we'll throw that in the voting. Y'all are going to help me. Y'all are going to vote. Summer Splash. No, summer's over. Sorry, kiddos. Okay, let me go see. I'll be right back. I got a sign for that. I'll be right back. Beep, beep, fuzz. Oh, I know. This is your spot. Sorry. Beep, beep. Well, I have a not too shabby box and I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. Hold on, I'm grabbing at least one more for us to vote on. All right, I got another one. I'm coming. Okay. Let's see. Headed back to the desk. All right. I don't know. None of these are like perfectly amazing, but they're good. I feel like Jamie's at Not Too Shabby would kind of be perfectly amazing. All right. Let's vote. Let's look first. We got to look first. There's the Nitpicky Fall. So this is mainly like backgrounds, but hey, we can work with that on a sheet load. Then I've got Playful Palette, which is kind of fun and funky, and I think this is a good one because I can do a lot of gender neutral. So I do really like the Playful Palette. I like the Doodlebug, Lots of Luck. Again, I think that would be fun, even for middle school or high school. Let's look at these. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, some pink fresh paper. So it looks like I only have a little bit of this one. I probably don't have enough of this one to do a sheet load. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Let's look at this one. Because some of it can be for teachers. You know, it could be teachers or students. I like... Oh, this one goes to this. Oh, well, yeah, I got plenty of that. Okay, Pink Fresh is... We've got Pink Fresh, Nitpicky. This is for my sheet load later today on Call Me Crafty Owl's YouTube channel. We've got Doodlebug, Lots of Luck, and we've got the Playful Palette. Those are the ones we're going to choose between. So, you guys can pick. You can put a 4-leaf clover or put luck in there. You can put fall in there. You could put pink, and I'll know that's Pink Fresh. Or playful. Is it too many options? Y'all just pick. Okay, Mary, Playful Palette. Oh, that's another one. Natasha, Playful Palette. Eggs and spaghetti. You know what I do like eggs in? My ramen. And that's noodles. What's a good sentiment to put inside of cards for school children? Well, I put, so in my last group, I put like, you do you, you are enough, you got this. Those were some that I felt like were good. Be true to yourself. Sometimes sassy, sometimes sweet. You're the bee's knees. Yeah, stuff like that. Is what I used on this round. Amazing. 1 in a million. I really like the You Got This, obviously. So that is what I used last time, but we can pick out some sentiments too. That's a good idea. What if we use mindless crafting with the fall? And it's like, school feels a little nuts sometimes. You got this. Oh, but that's just me. But this is a good stamp set, actually, because it's got the apples, which we always associate with teachers, with apples. And it's got that adorable little squirrel drinking coffee or tea or apple cider. Maybe he's drinking apple cider. Anyways, that would be cute. I mean, whatever you can think of, Bertha. Be cool, stay in school. Ilana, you like that one? School's a little nuts. You got this. Playful Palette seems to be, we've got, okay, let me count this up. We've got we've got 5 for the Playful Palette. We've got 1 for Doodlebug, which is the Lots of Luck. Oh, I know. I love mindless crafting. Love the apples and the squirrels. Yeah. So let's do, which one are we going to do? Let's do, let me see how many. I know most people voted for this, and we will do a playful palette version. I'm just curious how many of these pages I have, because I think this would also be a good way to bust this paper pad. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if any of these pages match the playful palette so that I could, ooh, the yellow goes well. Let's pull out the yellow. Do I only have one sheet? That would be sad. Surely there's more than one. Oh, there's just one sheet of each color. That's kind of weird. All right, let's find one for the green if we can. No, maybe, kind of, definitely not. That orange works. It's not going to be enough, but I think this green will work. It's a lighter version. See the pink. Let's see if we can find a pink. Not really. Is that the only one? Oh, there is some black. Let's pull out all three of these. I'm trying to bust these paper pads, y'all. Okay. These can be matting layers for almost. I'm trying to bust these paper pads and hook up some kitties, some kiddos. All right. I'll also be able to mat with this paper pad itself because it has that back side that looks good for matting layers, but then I have extra. And then I bet some of these will go for this paper pad because it's so bright. Is there any purple? There's no purple. There's blue. I'm just going to kind of bust this paper pad real quick and put these pieces with these other ones and just challenge myself to get it done. I hear you, bird. All right. Let's grab this one too. I'm going to put these with this one. Yeah. Alrighty. So that's what we got. Let's cut some paper. Now, let me get my sheet load out. Where did I put it? I wonder if I filed it. Let me see if I filed it. I kind of feel like I might have filed it away. I did. Yay. I actually put it where it goes. That's cool. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're prepping for my sheet load with Alicia on her channel, Call Me Crafty Owl, today at 2:30. There will be 3 of us. It'll be me and Alicia and Yvette. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm prepping for that. So I'm going to make 12 cards, and I need to cut my paper for those 12 cards. So she has all the cutting instructions. Now, I think she's using 12 by 12 paper. She is. I did mine with 6x6 paper, and I kind of altered the sheet load because I usually do, and I don't do it because the sheet load isn't awesome. I just try to make it my own, that's all. Okay, so I changed the way that I cut my card bases, and that way I could get 2 cards from every card base instead of only 1. So we'll use my little sheet load adjustment here for cutting our card bases, which I'm going to do now with all of y'all. And then I'm also going to cut up the paper. So I cut matting layers, even though there aren't any matting layers on this. Well, I haven't cut them, but I pulled some matting layers if we want to use them. And this is the paper pad because it won. Oh, we've got some for fall. Well, Playful Palette won, so we'll use Playful Palette, and then I'll use the others too eventually. Okay, so let's see. I need, let me think about this for a minute. We're making 12 cards. I'm going to go ahead and pull. Let me see. I'm looking at, I need 12 sheets of paper. This is a really fun paper pad. I really like this one a lot. We'll just put fun sentiments with this. I don't have any ephemera, but I don't need ephemera. I could always stamp out some kind of image too, but I'll just put a good sentiment with each of these. And I think the paper is just so fun by itself. Let's see if that's 12. I wasn't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Almost 12. 12. Okay. Now, I don't know if Desiree's still here, but Desiree, I am trying your recommendation of the Spellbinders paper trimmer because I'm going down the paper trimmer trail right now. Now, I feel like I cut my pattern paper differently too, but I don't know. I don't know. It was just a couple of weeks ago, but I really don't remember. I'm just going to cut this down the way that Crafty Owl's got it on here. Sorry. Okay, if I cut it 320, okay, hold on. I think if I cut it just like that, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm just following her directions and cutting per her directions. If you want the measurements, then you got to go over to her channel and get the sheet load. But just know I'm following her measurements. I'm not changing any of the measurements for this portion. That's a scoring tool of the card making. The only thing I changed measurements on was the card base. So I could get 2 card bases instead of 1. They're not exact, which you just have to go back and watch my videos if you missed it. But yeah, I can get like a 5x7 card front, another mini slimline, or a slightly smaller A2 from the leftovers. What I like about this trimmer is the glide. It really glides. Oh, good. Well, I mean, Desiree, you just convinced me just by telling me, yeah, I like it. I'm like, okay, if it's good enough for Desiree, then it's probably gonna make me happy too. It's good enough for me. I mean, because Desiree is like me. We make 5x7, A2. We both make junk journals. We make, well, she makes more than I do of home decor. So like, if it's not driving her crazy, I'm probably good. I am probably good. So I'm just following the sheet load and cutting paper. I'm not assembling any of these cards in this video. You'll have to go over and watch me on Crawl Meet Crafty Owl's video and watch her and Yvette to see how these cards come together. What we will do is pull some sentiments to go with them. And we're going to cut the card bases together. Yeah, I like it so far. This is my first. I took it out of the box this morning. First impressions, good, which is great because I pulled a paper trimmer out of the box and it didn't make it past 5 minutes. And I was like, well, that's going back. And some never even make it into my cart. So the fact that I've already cut like 12 pieces of paper and I'm still happy is a good thing. I just have to get used to the measurements of them being down here instead of up here. I think this is going to make some fun cards. And this may even make cards that could be used for teachers or students. Good choice, everyone. I mean, I like the other ones too, but good choice. Yeah, that's, you might have to refresh. I think it's all good on my end from what I can tell. Okay, so just like that, we already have all of our patterned paper cut, y'all. I wasn't timing it, but that was pretty fast for 12 cards, I have to say. So the paper has been cut, and now we need our focal points, and we need our card bases. So let me grab 12 sheets of 8.5 by 11. Perfect. All righty, and then I'm on the 11-inch side. These measurements I can give you because I made these up. All right. I make up all kinds of things. These are my made up measurements. All righty then. Here we go. So I kind of want to cut off. I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. But I do kind of want to cut off that 17-inch. All right, here we go. One day I may be happy that that's there. All right, so on the 11-inch side, I'm going to cut at 5 3/4. I bet that's my mom calling me. Oh, no, it's my husband. My husband has not figured out that on Saturday mornings I'm live. Bless his heart. Okay. And then I'm gonna turn this piece and cut it at 6 1/4. Oh boy, this is where, remember I was saying this is where it gets a little hairy because I'm a 5x7 and alternate maker, but it works because they imprinted or engraved the 6 1/4. Oh, thank you. So there's really just like 1/8 of an inch that's not marked. Alrighty, and now I get to use the scoring tool. This is what I like. I like how that thing travels. Okay, now I'm gonna score at 3 1/2 on the 5 3/4 side. I need to write that on my notes. Score at 3 1/2 on, I need a better pen. On the 5 3/4 side. Yep. I messed up last time and wasn't doing that right for a few, and I had to recut them. Not that y'all saw that because I did an edited video because that's what we have to do, but I did that last time. All right, so now I'm going to score at 3 1/2, and this is our card base. So this is our mini slimline, and I love that Alicia's sheet loads have the actual sized card on them, so you can like make sure you're on track with your card bases. Hi, Miss Sharon. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Dawn. I'm good. Hi, Nikki. Oh yeah, Sonia Krill. She's one of our Mindless Crafting family members. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, so 11 more to go. Now, this is the leftover, and I was strategic, and this is why I made this adjustment, because this can now either be a 5x7 card front, which I need, or like sometimes I use a colored cardstock for my base, and you know, you'd like to insert some paper on the inside so they have a place to write. So it could work for that on 5x7 cards. Or it can also become another mini slimline, although it's just, you'd have to make it differently, right? But it could be another mini slimline, or it can be a slightly smaller A2. So because this is an 8 1/2 by, this is my qualms with this, 5 1/4, a little over 5 1/4. So it's just a slightly smaller A2 with the scrap. Those are 3 ideas I had for this scrap of paper, but you could do anything you want with it. But at least then you get the mini slimline that matches the sheet load, and you get an extra piece to play with however you want to do. Okay, so let's cut some more of those. On the 11-inch side, I'm cutting down to 5 3/4. Thank goodness I wrote this down. Okay, this is my scrap. Turn and cut at 6 1/4. Check. Now, these are also great. I used these in my video as a matting layer. Let me grab my first sheet load so y'all can see, in case y'all missed it. Let me show you. Not everybody gets to see everything. We're busy. I'm the same way. I wish I could just sit and watch all my friends on YouTube, but I wouldn't have a job. Okay, so this was my first sheet load that I made with the same design that I'm showing you today. And I took this scrap right here, and I used it, I just trimmed it down, but I used it to be my focal point. And that way I ended up using all pretty much all of the paper. I didn't have really any scraps other than just a tiny little bit. But that's how I used this piece on my first sheet load when I made these. Okay. All right. So save that and use it in this card design if you want, like for your sentiment or whatever. It's a handy little scrap to have. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this again. And on the 5 3/4 side, I'm going to score at 3.5. Okay. This is some thick paper, y'all. This is the accent opaque. It's either 100 or 110 pounds. She's thick. Let's see. It is ripped up. But it's super thick. They're 100 and they're 110 is just too thick for me. I prefer their 100 for my card bases. Sometimes I make my card bases on thinner paper because I know I'm going to add a lot of layers. And if you add a lot of layers on a thick card base, you're going to pay more postage. And nobody wants that. All right. 11-inch side, 5 3/4. This is our lovely scrap. 6 1/4. Our other lovely scrap. Turn, score at 3.5. Thanks for helping me prep for my video today with Alicia and Yvette. So yeah, we're basically gonna make the sheet load live. Now I will tell you, I should say this. This is not how Alicia designed hers. Because I altered it, the card base. Alicia's design goes all the way across and folds back. They're the same in a sense, but different because hers has a flap that mine doesn't have. Mine is a more basic design than hers. Hers is a little more, has a flip in there, an extra flip. So you got to come see her sheet load. The way this was intended to be made. All right. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I was just going to do this by myself. All this stuff this morning. That would have been lame. It's much better hanging out with you guys. Hi, Jonna. Okay, turn. I even have to tell myself this. Okay, 3.5. Score. Desiree, I like it. It's a keeper. I'm gonna call it, y'all. The Spellbinders is a keeper. Hi, TR. Just came in from gardening. Cool. We took it easy on gardening this year. Last year was just such a terrible drought and so terribly hot that I think we were a little scarred. I think we were still in a little shell shock from last year. See how quickly a sheet load can come together, you guys. I mean, usually it's not always like a fun fold or, you know, a mini slimline or whatever. And so a lot of times you'll already have your card bases made. I'm just having to make my 12 card bases because we're working with a different size card this month. We're working with a mini slimline. But I love that Alicia does that, like that you know, that she makes the sheet load for different card sizes because it just changes it up and makes it fun. Oh yeah, I'm friends with this trimmer. We're already friends. Okay. They better not discontinue it next month. You'll hear me scream from Hutto, Texas. All right. I know the blades for it are on sale right now. But you can only add one set to your order. Of course, with my, you know, I want to add like 10 to my order. So I don't have to worry about running out of blades for a while, but that's not allowed. Oh, well, I'm going to need another card base. It happens. All right. Get up there. We're still friends. It was me. It's operator error. I do wish people would call me before they make a paper trimmer. I would make a suggestion. Make your cutting blade red. I've always got a suggestion. Oh, gosh. At work, we have this really cool program called, it's a program. And not like software program. It's an employee program. And let me focus for a second so I don't mess another one up. Basically, we can submit ideas for things like improvements in our software and improvements in our like processes, or just things that we see where we can make improvements as a company to save money or time, make us more efficient. It is so cool. I wish sometimes I'm like, gosh, I wish I could submit an iPower to Microsoft or whoever, you know, like I wish there was a button for that. It's cool that they want to hear back from employees and they value our input and our experience. It like improves the employee's experience if we get to have feedback and input on the way we operate. You know, it's really cool. Really cool. All right. Almost done, y'all. If you're tired of watching me cut paper. Almost there. It really does go quickly. Hey, Vicki. Hey, Brian. How are y'all doing? I'm just sitting here prepping for a sheet load live today. Y'all missed it. We were budgeting earlier. If you want to go back and see. No. We're not using that big B word. We weren't budgeting because that's not what we were doing. I was showing people these savings challenges from Party Planner Papery, and we made an envelope, which I will show you. A cash envelope, accordion, and I put my savings challenges cards in there. Okay, I only need to do one more, y'all. And right now I'm cutting card bases and paper for my sheet load live with Alicia later today on her channel. So I'm doing prep. I'm prepping. After this is my last sheet to cut. We are going to use that sketch that I shared yesterday and my Oh So Inspired card. And we're going to make a few of those little cards. And then we'll call it a day, and I'll go do the things outside of my craft room that I need to do. So it's been kind of a this and that kind of live for us today. I think that's 12. Bam, 12. And we've got the paper cuts. Yay. Now, we need sentiments. So, I could put away my new paper trimmer that I'm really liking. Thank you, Desiree. Let's see. We need encouragement, by the way. I'm looking for encouragement sentiments. Oh, this one, I really like this one. Ellen Hudson's not in business anymore, but that is a great one. I'm just looking through. I mean, I have so many great sentiments. Ooh, I like this one. And I like this girl. This was a young poet who came out on the scene in an inauguration. We won't, but there's no politics talk here. Okay, we're not going there. But I like this girl. I got this from the Ink Road a long time ago. I've never used it. Amanda Gorman. This says, there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. I really like that. I really love, I love this one. The question isn't if we will weather this unknown, but how we will weather this unknown together. We will we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one and let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tried, even as we tired, we tried. I think that's a good one. I would just use this one that says there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. I like that one, and I like this one. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? I think that would be really fun for kids. Make today a glitter-filled bag of rainbows and unicorn farts. I can't give them that one, but it's cute. You're pure magic. Go forth and be fabulous. I'm so happy you exist. Your sparkle hasn't gone unnoticed. Just keeping it real. You color my world. I love this one. And I've used this one a few times. You're freaking phantasmagorical. But yeah, I think some of these would be really fun. So I'll hold these out and figure out which one will go on our sheet loads. I'll probably even find more, but that's just what I grabbed for now. So I'm going to take all of this. I'm going to grab a bag to put it in, and we will have prepared me for the sheet load. So thanks. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Cordelia. Hi, Anne. Okay, so I'm going to put this all in here for safekeeping for later. And this is what I stumbled upon when I came in today. I had a few more of these that I missed. So let's see how many I have. We'll just throw these 5 cards together real quick. I mean, they're kind of already ready. I just need to glue them down. I don't know how I missed them that first day, but I did. So I already have card bases for A2. This is a thinner paper. I don't know if I finished my thought earlier, but if you are adding a lot of layers, you really don't need a super thick paper for your card bases. You know, the 65-pound is enough. If you're more of a clean and simple, you might want to use a heavier weight. But this is a thinner 65-pound weight, and I'm going to add layers to it. So it'll be fine. They're easier to fold. You don't have to score them. That's another bonus for the thinner cardstock. Okay. So let's throw this together. Kim, I know. Always keeping everyone on their toes. The thing is I was going to be in my craft room doing all kinds of things without y'all if I didn't turn on the camera. And that just doesn't seem fair anymore. So here we are. Okay, let's throw this together. I have the recipe for this card on my website. The Oh So Inspired sketch. I made it kind of fun. You can check it out there. I think you can download it from there. I have a new website that you guys, so I'm still getting used to my old website. I knew how to upload files for y'all to download. I've got to figure that out on this one, but at least you can find it there, and maybe you can download it. Hey, crafting and relaxing. How you doing, Sarah? Hope you're doing well. Oh, you probably would have enjoyed, you guys, the first part of my video, because I've been at it for a little while this morning. I made this accordion folder for savings challenges. Kim, look at this. I'm doing savings challenges. These are from Party Planner Paperie, and I just kind of cut up. These are her printables that I just cut up and tossed in here, but we made this together this morning, this accordion thing, and I talked about the savings challenges. So that was the first project we worked on today. And then we just cut up a bunch of paper for the sheet load that I'm doing with Alicia later on her channel. And when I came into my craft room this morning, I discovered 5 cards that I had missed the other day when I was making cards. So we're going to make those 5 cards, and I'm going to let you guys go. I've still got to run to the post office. Hopefully see my mom and work a little today at my not 9 to 5. It's more like 7 to 7. So yeah, I've got a busy day, but I had so much fun preparing with you guys and doing all the things I wanted to do. You know, I craft first. It's like when you go to a restaurant and order dessert first. That's kind of how I organize my day. I craft first. So, yep. how it goes. Hey, Sharon. Yeah, you'll have to catch the replay and go back and see the accordion folder for cash. It's really quick and easy. And I shared Letty's printables, and I told everyone all about the savings challenges and that whole community here on YouTube, which is fabulous. They just remind me so much of our card making and crafting community. They really do. Super sweet, supportive, encouraging. Place to be. I'll just direct you to Letty, and she'll direct you to everybody. And the algorithm. Once you watch a few of Letty's budgeting videos, then guess what? The algorithm's going to be like, oh, so you like savings challenges. Here, check these out. As much as people complain about the algorithm, it works. It does work. I need to go back and watch. I didn't get to watch the Oh So Inspired collab yesterday. I need to go watch that. I was so busy yesterday. Oh my gosh, Dawn, are you still here? I watched you and T craft with the We Will Remember kit. Oh my gosh, I loved y'all's pages. Both of y'all. They did art journaling with my Sugar Skull kit. They're so good. They both had me so inspired. I was wanting to art journal and make cards and all of that. So that was really cool. Thank you so much. I'm so honored and blessed and grateful that you shared that and worked with it. And I hope you had fun with it. It seems like you did. It was awesome. Dawn had messaged me like, I don't know if I'll do it justice. Are you kidding me? No way. What you did was amazing, Dawn. There is no doing it justice. If you play with it and you have fun, then you have done it justice, because all I want to do is create things that people enjoy using and have fun with. No matter, you know, how it comes out. It's about the process. It's about the journey more than anything. Okay, so now we've got those done. Let's get some, I'm kind of wanting to put some fun ephemera on these. Let me see, like stamp some on. I have to find it first, so bear with me. I'm looking through my Timmy collection right now. So give me a second. I'll be right with you. I found it. I'm on my way back already. I just thought of these as I was sitting here playing with these papers, and I think these would be so much fun. Let's do it. This one, it's called Pennants. And this Lucky we could use with that other Doodlebug one. But let's see. The Brave and Wonder. The adventure begins. Embrace the journey. These would be really good. And then I love these dudes so much. This is called Hipster, and I'm going to use them. So we're going to put some Hipster, I think, on these, and then we might use the pennants as well. So let's stamp these out real quick. I'm going to grab some scraps. Some of my 5x7 base scraps. I think will work really well for the pennants. So let's get some of those out. We'll see, we only need 5, so that should work for the pennants. These will work for the little sentiments. And then let's get another one just in case. All right. So we'll use that for that. And then I need slightly bigger scraps for these dudes. Oh yeah, remember that card I messed up? Where's that at? I miscut one of my sheets. That one. That one. And then these are all my scraps left over from the sheet load. So I'm just gonna grab one of these. Like I said, these are good scraps to have. And I think we'll be able to use these for this. So let's just do this. Cordelia, where are you headed? Oh, you're watching on your phone. I get you. Oh, sweet Cordelia. You love the savings challenges? I am following Letty down the rabbit hole. And I'm really excited. I'm going to use it to get my kids excited. And I just love games. And I do try to save money. So it's just, I'm going to put embrace the journey, I think. Oh, middle school is quite the journey, isn't it? I love this. We could do You Are Enough, Never Give Up, and put a brave. Let's do brave too. I wish there was one on here that says like you got this. Let's look and see. Lucky's a state of mind. Make today count. Okay, we'll use the never give up and you are enough. Oh, geez. Trying to get these out. It's a little rough. Look, I've never even used this. I've had this in my stash for years. You might still be able to find it. It's called Pennants, CMS 330, if you're interested. But yeah, I've never even used it until today. Well, embrace the stash. Put those up there. Let's pick some colors to stamp these out in. I'm gonna, this candied apple, she's a mess and she gets me dirty, but when I stamp with her, but like the candied apple might work. Oh, this looks like citron. And there's a little bit of that green in every one of them. So I think we'll do a candied apple and a lemon citron, I think is the other color. I haven't used it in a while and I love that color. Let's see. I haven't used it in a while, so it's not right up the front. Shabby shutters, no. There it is. Citron twist, what is it called? Twisted citron. Okay. Look, our brains can only remember so much. I can't remember all the names of everything. I gotta save that brain space for other things. Yeah, Twisted Citron. Hey, Linda Gorman. How you doing? All right, so we have 5 cards. Let's stamp out some banners and little sentiments. I think we can put the banners on these. These again are the scraps that I get from making 5x7 card bases, and I keep them. and I use them. I know some people don't like to make 5x7 cards because they only get one card per card base, but I like my 5x7s, and I don't mind the scraps because I can use them for things like this. All right, so we'll have a couple of Wonder and the Twisted Citron. My stomach's growling. I'm hungry, you guys. Sandra had her spaghetti. I need to go have mine. Every craft room should have a room service button, right? Like when your honey asks you what you want for Christmas, that might be an answer. I need a room service button for my craft room. Also known as DoorDash for others, I'm sure. I don't really use DoorDash because every time I start to use DoorDash, I'm like, oh, heck no. I'll just go get it myself. I have to be very sick to use DoorDash. Okay. This would be desperate times. All right. This is Candied Apple. We're going to have a couple of Brave pennants as well. I like how distressed these look. I don't know if the children will appreciate it, but I like it. Okay. Just 2 of those. Guys, I still have red ink right there. Like this. This gets me in trouble every time. This one and the other red one, the Abandoned Coral, I think is the other one that gets me. All right. Now I'm going to use black for the little sentiments, and we'll stamp those out real quick. These cards are going to turn into taking a little longer, but you know what? It's for the children. It's for the children. All right. So let's get out these smaller strips for the smaller sentiments. And I'm going to do it something like this. That block's not quite big enough. Yeah, something like that. That'll work. Ooh, those are crooked. I wasn't sure if this would work out, but it'll be fine. We're going to make some cool cards for the kids. All right. Yeah, we got enough. All right. Now, I'm not signing, in case whoever might be wondering, I'm not signing the insides of these. I'm not writing anything on the inside of the cards I'm donating to the schools. I'm giving them blank cards so that they can give it to whoever they need to and write a message in there to the students. So I'm just making blank cards and donating them. They can use them however they wish. Yay. Happy to have used that stamp set. Now, this one's been used many times, and we're going to use it again. All right. This guy's pretty funny. The ostrich, cool cats. I love gorillas. So, and we've got a goat. I love the sentiments too. Legit, epic, sup, OMG, yeah, cray, LMAO, and sweet. Do not use an LMAO for children. Not appropriate. Everything else on there would work. Let me catch up to y'all. Let me catch up to y'all. Sorry, I got a little behind. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, I know. I'm like Letty. I save digitally. And so I did get the fake money to do, because it's really, for me, what I was sharing earlier, it's getting back into a savings mindset. So it's like a good game and discipline to get into a savings mindset. Plus it's to share with my kids and family so that we all get on the same board. So we're going to use those savings challenges for the next 8 weeks for our vacation. That's 8 weeks away. And yeah, so it's just a fun, you know, I budgeting is like a bad word sometimes. Budgeting really can stir people up. So it's not budgeting, it's just a savings challenge. And I think that that's what makes it fun. And you can do savings challenges for anything. So once we get past the vacation, then I'm going to have savings challenges to make extra payments on my credit cards. And I think it'll just be a fun way to do that, because when is it ever fun to make extra payments on credit cards? I don't know. I mean, it is, it feels good and stuff. It's nice, but it's not necessarily fun. And so it's kind of, I am embracing it that way. Like it's going to make saving money more fun and paying off debt more fun, basically. Yeah. And for my children, so that they can have the experience of having fun saving money. What did Jim say? Good for you, Jim. That's right. That's right. Stampers Anonymous doesn't retire stamps. That's like Unity Stamp Co. because they make them themselves. And so they don't have to. So you can probably get the stamp sets I'm using are years and years old. But if you go to Stampers Anonymous, you can find them. Great for the savings challenge? Not so much. Maddie. Still waiting on your order. It might be lost. It says it's on its way, but arriving late. Well, that's lame. I mailed out everyone's packages on Monday morning at 8 a.m. I was the first one at the post office. So, and they're priority mail. we'll figure it out. The good thing, Linda, is that your package has $100 of insurance on it. That's why I chose, I know it's more expensive, and I actually have to pay part of the postage to get those that way for you guys, but that's why I did it, because I love the post office, but they're busy. Mistakes happen, and I want your stuff insured by them. You know, so you do have, the way that I shipped it is a priority padded envelope, and it has $100 of insurance automatically included. So hopefully that kind of gives you more peace of mind. But yeah, it went out Monday morning. Packed them up last weekend, and they went out first thing Monday morning. It may, don't lose hope. I had a package that went all the way from New Jersey to Puerto Rico, and I was like, oh my gosh, why is my package in Puerto Rico? And the owner of the little Etsy shop, I share her shop here, Human Curiosities, she actually reached out to me, and she's like, I think your package is in Puerto Rico for some reason. And she's like, I'll try to get it, you know, she's like, I'll see what I can do, but you need to file whatever. And by the time I had my paperwork filed, they had already figured out that it needed to come to Texas. And so it still arrived. So don't lose hope. At least it's not in Puerto Rico, as far as we know. But hey, it got out of there. I was sharing this is the same way. Maybe it's y'all's area. That's weird. Yeah. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I've been like getting messages. Dawn got hers. Dawn, where are you at? I can't remember what state you live in. I know that Dee Dee got hers over in Georgia. So I'm not sure. We'll keep an eye on it. Okay. I am not coloring these guys because I don't think so anyways. I don't think I need to. The paper is colorful enough. So let's just cut this stuff out, and I'll keep reading y'all's messages. Sharon, that sounds like fun. Arrange a road trip. You guys, I could not sleep last night. My brain just would not shut down. And my hubby was trying to set up a laptop for our son. He's been making beats. They've been making music together. And he has an old MPC that needs a laptop to work. And so he was setting up a laptop with an MPC so that our son can make beats whenever he wants. And he kept coming in our room looking for wires and cords and I don't know what else. And then I just really couldn't shut my brain down. So a nap would be a welcomed experience for me today. I don't know if I'll get one, but it sounds delightful. Okay. These are going to go quick. Especially with big scissors. Let's see. I'm still reading y'all's, I'm catching up and reading y'all's comments. The last one I read, Sharon and Linda are going to go on a road trip to find their packages in Ohio. Vicky got hers in Oklahoma. Vicky, yours was like, I think the first one to arrive. I was shocked. It was like it was there the next day or something. Like I mailed it on a Monday, and I think on a Tuesday you're like, my package came. Like that truck is making it to Oklahoma in record time. Kudos to the post office for that one. I know even like local friends like Letty and Deidre placed orders, and theirs took longer to get to them than I expected. I think it's the post office, y'all. Like I could have delivered it to Letty a whole lot faster than the post office. And it's not even my job. I'm just teasing. Look, post office is busy and they do a good job, and I love the post office. I can't imagine life without them. They need to be there, but you know, crafters want their things. They want to play. Like the bills? No. Craft supplies? Yes. Alyssa, hi. Did your package come? You're in Florida. Have you gotten yours yet? I hope you had a good birthday weekend last weekend too. Alrighty. You like the cat, Cordelia? Of course you do. I know, Linda. I'm not good waiting either. I want to play too. Dawn equals Maine. Thank you, Jim. I knew she was on the East Coast somewhere. I couldn't remember quite where. So thanks, Jim. Jim, where are you? What state are you in? And my goodness, buddy, I hope you have made it through your healing journey. I hope you're well on your way through everything that you were going through. I know sometimes it takes time. It just doesn't happen overnight. You know, I had that shoulder injury. Well, I got that concussion. I gave myself a concussion. And then the next, like 2 days after my concussion, I ended up with bursitis in my hip. Then on the same side of my body, I think I like got like as I look back, I think I got like a flare up of like fibromyalgia from my concussion. I don't know, but I got then I had like tendonitis in my shoulder, bursitis in my hip, all on the same side of my body, and it took a good solid year. And still sometimes, honestly, my diet makes a big difference. I can't do a lot of gluten. I notice if I eat like pasta and bread and have a lot of gluten in my diet, the pain comes back. So not only did I have to do physical therapy, but I have to stay away from carbs like bread and pasta. Sad. Hey, Carmina. I know I'm behind. I'm going to catch up, y'all. They are so fun. I can't imagine a middle schooler or a high schooler in a suit looking so dapper, but I'm going to put them on these cards anyways, and maybe they'll make somebody laugh and smile and have a good day. That's the whole point. Dapper cats. Last night I was trying to get my brain to shut down, and probably I know all the doctors would say, well, then don't have your iPad in your bed and turn the screen off, but whatever. Anyways, saw a video of this cat hanging out in a market, and it just, that one cat, just seeing it for a few seconds on my screen made me love cats even more. It was like a farm cat that would go and visit a market full of people and just like walk around, check things out. It's like it's market day. Go hang out with the people. Little farm cat. It was so cute. Years ago, before the pandemic, I didn't understand the purpose of animal videos. And then the pandemic hit, and I was like, oh, now I understand why there are cute animal videos. Ah, geez. Now I get it. Okay. Lots of fussy cutting. Bye, Cindy Piper. I know you're long gone. So sorry I didn't get to say bye. I could have delivered Letty's in person. The thing is there's no hours in my day. That's the problem. Not even 40 minutes, which is what it would take round trip. Sad. Sad. Okay. Oh, he does? Well, where's your sister-in-law? Where's Jim live? New York? Oh, okay. Awesome. Like, are you in the city or are you in the country? Are you a country mouse or a city mouse, Jim? I was telling my husband I took Sparkle Heart to this like really cool place. We have this this mall called the Domain in Austin, and it's kind of like a modern setup of shops and apartments, and you know, it feels like the city, even though I mean it is a commerce area, but there are a lot of apartments there, and it just kind of feels like the city. And we were walking and checking it out, me and Sparkle Heart, and shopping with her bestie, and she's like, Mom, I don't know why y'all keep trying to take us on camping trips, and I am not a country girl. I am a city girl. This feels like home to me. It was the cutest thing. I'm going to have to leave that wonky, I think. But yeah, she was like making her declaration. She's like, I'm going to live in New York or Paris one day. I was like, awesome. I'll visit. That one's just going to be wonky and it'll be fine. It looks like we have some more that'll be wonky and fine. Diet makes a lot of difference. I learned that, Vicki, through that experience with, because basically whatever was plaguing me was a lot of inflammation, you know, and sugar and carbs really are not good for inflammatory issues. And it's one thing to know that. I think we know that, but when you feel it in your body and you're tired of being in pain, it's like just enough to make a change. So now, you know, I ask myself before I have a sub sandwich, or like when I make spaghetti, I don't put it over noodles. I usually steam broccoli and I put the spaghetti sauce on top of broccoli. So I've just made changes and adaptations so that I don't eat something and end up in pain. I still have donuts. I mean, you got to draw the line somewhere, but yeah, it's when you can feel the difference that really motivates change. And stress. Well, yeah. I've always heard you should reduce stress, and that feels like it's probably impossible, but I know it's true. I took a lot of health classes when I was in school, and we had this book of natural healing. And it was like 90% of illness starts from stress, was what I learned from that book, among other things. All right, sorry, I'm just getting my cloth. It fell. I want to clean up the ink off the table and not get it on these cards. All right, let's see what we've done here. We've made these cute cards, and we have these cute guys, and I think I will watercolor them just a little bit. With some of these. I want blue. What? Alyssa, awesome. Your package arrived. Yay. That is awesome. Yes. We need those packages delivered. People are waiting on their craft supplies. I think we're just going to make his whole shirt blue. I don't know. School's probably going to be like, well, these cards are a little weird. Yeah, sorry. Luck of the draw when you're getting free handmade cards. From Bitty Penny. It might be a little weird, but I think they're going to be cute. All right. Do I want more than that? Now have I locked myself into coloring these? Maybe. Maybe I have. There's worse things. Let's get these out. These are the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. And I know gorillas aren't really brown. They're black, but we're going to go brown, dark brown. I got the whole collection and ordered them by family, color family. So when you look at mine, this is not how they're packaged normally. Oh my gosh, but I love them so much. I waited, deliberated. I did not buy these as soon as they came out. I waited like a year or something, maybe longer, because I have watercolor and I couldn't justify it. The way I finally justified it was, one, I got them on sale, like a really good price. So shop around if you're looking for these. Like Joann's usually has them for a good price, and you can Amazon sometimes has them for a really good price. And then I use all the Tim Holtz inks, so I do like that. See, and these Brave pennants are going to go on here. And then we can do Never Give Up. Yeah, I use all the Tim Holtz inks, so I liked the idea of having watercolors that were the same color as my inks. That's how I eventually justified and convinced myself to get the entire collection. And then I got them all at one time, so I opened them all up and put them in color family order. And I've been a happy girl ever since. So there you have it. His face says, I'm in middle school. And I don't love it. But he's going to be brave and never give up. All right. I like it. Yay, let's make another one. All right, the goat. You know, everyone's all about the goats. The greatest of all time. This is tea dye. I love the color tea dye. You don't have to color pretty. This is on that accent opaque paper. It's not watercolor paper, as long as you're going light. So the technique that I'm doing right now is wet on dry, right? So I'm not oversaturating. I'm not going wet on wet. So I'm not wetting my paper and then adding more water to it. So that makes a difference when you're not using watercolor paper. You don't want to do wet on wet most of the time. You're going to want to do wet on dry, which is what I'm doing right now. All right. So I just slap some color on there, and then it's smoothing out. This really feels like, to me, those children's coloring books. Y'all remember they had all the dots of watercolor on them, and you would just get a wet brush and color. Oh my gosh, those were some of my favorite coloring books growing up. That's what this process kind of reminds me of. This one would be really cute with a You're the Goat kind of. This says wonder. And we've got a lot of embrace the journey. I'm going to do embrace the journey on here. I could see them using this for a teacher too. Maybe not a student, but a teacher who needs encouragement. Because, you know, our children aren't angels. Despite what I think. There we go. And now when I was cutting these out, I kind of cut these in. As you can tell, I've used these stamps many times, and that's just how I like to do that. Just deciding, oh, I think I'll do the sentiment like that. I'm going to lift this a little bit while I still can. And I'm going to nudge the sentiment underneath there. Like that. Okay. Another one down. Let's do it again. some funny characters. Let's do gray. I don't know what color ostriches are. I could Google it. Let's see. Maybe they come in lots of colors. I really don't know. We tried to take our kids to a drive-through zoo last weekend and they were not up for it. They were like, no, thank you. Again, Sparkle Heart is most definitely, oh, they are dark. Oh, and they are gray and brown. Okay, let's just look at this together. So yeah, I think gray or brown would totally work. Have y'all seen Karen the ostrich videos? Oh, if you haven't, just go on YouTube and type in the search Karen the ostrich, okay? And you can thank me later. It's hilarious. I think it's Cordelia who knows Karen the ostrich. I think I've mentioned her before, and Cordelia says they like to watch her at work. So yeah, she's special. She's real special. All right, let's give him a blue hat. I'm sticking to real simple here today. Give him a nice blue hat. And maybe an orange shirt. One, they're complementary colors, but two, that's the school colors. So we'll stick to some school colors. So get this palette out. And get some orange. School pride. I kind of like it because of the nature of the way these are drawn. I even kind of like it all sketchy like that if you didn't want to use your watercolor brush. But we are going to use our watercolor brush. I just went for gray and brown. That's a pretty orange. I think that must be spice marmalade. All right, and let's hit the hat with a little bit of paint or water. All righty. And the nose, don't forget the nose. All right, the beak. This card, hold on. There's a lot of orange. Maybe this card stands out a little better. Let's do this one. Okay, and then we're gonna do brave. You have to be brave to be around Karen the ostrich, I'll tell you that. You are enough. Embrace the journey. There's no wrong. We're card making. I mean, if I put the LMAO, that would be wrong, but otherwise, we're good. Look, this is going to end up at the bottom of somebody's backpack. Okay, let's just keep a little perspective here. Chances are this will end up at the bottom of a backpack. So the thing is if we make them smile for a minute, it's worth it. They don't have to keep it forever. If it just lightens their day, makes them hate school and their experience a little less, and they know that someone at school cares about them, that would be such a good thing. What if, as card makers, we started sending the schools more and more cards for things like this, and we had less and less incidents? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, the kids that are having a hard time need encouragement. Okay. Next. Bye, Jim. Are you headed out? Now I'm out of here. All right, Jim. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. Okay. And everyone in the chat. Oh, thanks, Beth. Yeah, they're fun. Okay, we have 2 more, and then I got to go too. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I got to get to the post office. They close at noon. But luckily, the packages are ready. I just have to jump in the car and go. Let's have an orange tabby cat. That's how we'll bring in the school colors for this one. We'll have a tabby. My mom wants an orange tabby cat. She's like, and I want it to be fat. She did always love Garfield. I grew up with one of the Garfield phones. I don't know if y'all remember those, but it was like Garfield was laying down. Well, they had a couple of versions. One he's like laying down. The other one, I think he was sitting up or whatever. But when you get a call, he would respond. Yes, we had a Garfield phone when I was growing up. So it's no surprise she wants a fat orange tabby cat. She's like, I get one, but we've already got like 30 feral cats in the neighborhood. She's like, I don't know if I need to add to the population. Okay. I like him. Now, contrasting colors and keeping it simple. It's getting a blue suit. Alrighty. Yep, sometimes I just clean my brush on my hand. It's watercolor, it'll be fine. Nice, that one's done. Let's go ahead and color up the gorilla real quick. We're gonna do another blue shirt. Blue shirts for the win today. Sharon, are you still here? Sharon, oh my gosh. I know you have the Gina K die cutting tool, and I'm sorry. I hope I don't cause you to go buy this, but at the same time, you should know about it. I know you have the intricate die cutting machine, and I have the Bira one, but I bought this at scrapbook.com, and it's amazing. This is the magnetic platform set. I don't know if you got this, and I'm sorry if I'm spending your money for you, but holy cow, it's such a game changer, because I really love this system, and I would not have any other die cutting machine in my stash going forward. But I do struggle a little bit with the original platform because things have to be upside down, and you know, I don't know if I've got things lined up very well, that kind of thing. Well, this takes care of that. That magnet is so strong. I really like it. and I'm sorry for spending your money, but it's awesome. You're the only one here I know that has that same machine, so I just thought of you all of a sudden. Oh, you have it. Oh, and it doesn't seem to warp as much. See, I've only had mine for like a day or two, a couple of days. But that's good to know. I didn't have any warping problems, but I also don't die cut a whole lot. So that's probably why. Oh, good. I didn't spend your money for you. You had already spent that money. Yeah, I love that die cutting machine. I have struggled since I started in 2016, and I don't struggle anymore. It's awesome. Okie doke. They're all colored up. That dude's not having it. I'm just saying. He's not having it. Don't mess around in his class. All right. I do keep these plastic shields because my lids don't always stay on. So it's like an extra layer of protecting my pencils from falling out. But I just pop them out when I'm doing a lot of coloring and then pop them back in before I store them away. Alrighty then. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I mean, I'm not done yet, but I'm gonna wrap it up. We're just gonna finish these two cards real quick. Like, you can put anybody anywhere. And the teacher who's not having it. And I don't blame you, sir. I saw a short, and it was like students acting up in a class, and the teacher, one of the, like the next door teacher could hear all the commotion, and he just walks in the room with a look like this, and those kids get in shape super fast. We're going to do another Embrace the Journey. You know, it's like growing up when your mom would give you a look and you're like, I am not messing with my mom today. No, sir. You couldn't pay me to step out of line right now. He gave, that was the kind of effect he had on him. I'm going to do another Embrace the Journey. All right. I'll save the You Are Enough and Never Give Up for other cards later. All right. I need to decide real quick, like how much those whiskers are bothering me. I think they're bothering me. I mean, I like the whiskers, but this is better. He still has whiskers. They don't need to go past his shoulders. Nobody's going to even know I did that. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Oh, I love cast iron. I don't know how we got to cast iron, but yeah, that's what I cook on. I have regular cast iron, like that's all my mom ever used growing up. And then I have enameled cast iron. And I have like the silver steel pots, you know. But yeah, I love it. Okay. Cool cat. He is a cool cat, even with some trimmed whiskers. You got your order. Yay, Natalie. Awesome. Well, this is a few people are getting them this morning. Awesome. I mean, I don't know if yours came this morning, but Alyssa got hers this morning. Poor Sharon and Linda are waiting. They're going to have to go on a road trip or something. track it down. Okay. Yay. All right. Hey, we did it. We did a lot today. I'm just saying, this was a long live, very productive. I don't know if y'all can stand to spend any more time with me today, but if you can, come and spend time not just with me, but with Alicia and Yvette over on a Call Me Crafty Owl YouTube channel. We are going to make a sheet load live today at 2:30 Central Standard Time on Alicia's channel. And you have to come there to watch it. We're not restreaming anywhere or anything. So just come watch it over there. All right, let's review. We just made 5 more cards for the schools. This is using the sketch I shared that I made up yesterday off of the Oh So Inspired card collaboration. So I accidentally had overlooked 5 sets of those cards. So we put those together and we made them fun and funky. And I'm gonna be giving these to the schools. So we just finished those. Got 5 cards, 5 more cards for the schools. Do y'all want to count them up? Let's count them up. Let's see how many we have now. Because I don't even know. I've lost count. It's kind of like as I go to my basket, the majority of what I've made this month has been cards for the schools. So let's count them up. Inquiring minds want to know, including me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was my first sheet load. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. These are from scraps. These are 5x7 cards that I made with scraps of paper. 18 and 19. These are the 2 that started it off. Aren't they? Oh, I love those. Okay. 20. Okay, so there's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Oh my gosh, right on the nose. 50 so far. So just like that, we've got 50 cards for the school. And then today, after I make my sheet load with Alicia and Yvette, I'll have 12 more. So I'll already be at 62 cards. All different from each other, which is perfect, you know, because kids are so different. So, I know, isn't that awesome? I'm excited, you guys. I didn't know how many I would be able to do. So I'm excited about 50. And today, after my sheet load 62, maybe I'll challenge myself to get to 100. Okay, so we did that at the beginning of the video. I talked about the savings challenges and I showed you Letty's printables. Aren't they fabulous? And we talked all about this in the beginning of this video, and we made this together real quick like. It has a Velcro closure. And I did put some like trim on it to fancy it up a little, but this is an accordion envelope for savings. So made this, it has 6 envelopes in it. And the different savings challenges, this is like an autumn. And if you want to check these out, these are over at Party Planner Papery on Etsy, and she has a YouTube channel. I will link it later when I'm done with this video. So this was the beginning of today's video. And then in the middle, sandwiched between all of that, you guys helped me prepare for my live with Alicia, and we cut all of my pattern paper for my sheet load, and you guys picked the paper, the Playful Palette, really old Stampin' Up! Paper pad 1. We got my card bases ready. I pulled out a couple of fun sentiments. So I would say this was a very productive session, you guys. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I was going to do all this without you, and that just doesn't seem fair anymore. And it's certainly not as much fun without you here. Hi, Nima. These are your favorite school cards. Which ones, Sharon? The Gorilla and the Tim Holtz ones that I just made? Are those the ones that are your favorite? You're a teacher, so Sharon is a teacher. Let's all give her some love in the chat. I'm even going to give you some hearts. Sharon, all those hearts are for you, and your work in the schools. Are these your favorite? Am I on track, Sharon? Can you see the school handing these out to kids? Or am I off my rocker? You let me know. But yeah, I think these are really fun. I think the kids will enjoy them. Or did you just mean the cards in general? That's everything I got for you guys. I have to go do all of these things. And for all the people out there who work in the schools, thank you so much. I know your job is not easy. I know you don't get probably near as enough kudos for what you do, or you have to catch a lot of flack, you know, and I know what you do is a work of heart, and I just want to say thank you to anyone who does work in the school district, used to work in the school district, you volunteer at your church, whatever you do to help children. Thank you. Our children need that village. You think the cards are a good idea? Yay. And your book ones are the favorite. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I didn't plan that. I didn't plan that at all. But it was very serendipitous. As far as like releasing a paper pad that was about books and then making cards for kids, there were 2 separate things, but they're going together beautifully. So that's nice. That's nice when that happens. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope 2 of your 3 daughters are teachers. Awesome, Nima. Way to go. You raised teachers. You get a pat on the back. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. If you're available, if you want to see some card making this afternoon, definitely come over to Call Me Crafty Al's channel. We'll be there. I hope you guys have a super awesome day. Thanks for spending time with me. Hi, Mary. Before I go, and Angela, hey. Am I getting any more earrings in? Eventually, yes. Stephanie, don't worry. Go back and catch the replay if you can. Yes, Sharon, the Lord planned that out. Amen. I feel the same way. I couldn't have planned. I didn't have that much foresight. Thank goodness he's willing to guide me around. I keep him busy, y'all. And it's good to see you. I'm so glad you had fun. It has been wonderful hanging out with you guys. I love y'all so much. Have a super awesome day, and I'll see you later. Bye.